What's up, guys? Saman here from Aesthetic Progression, and first of all, apologize for not putting on a shirt. I had a Batman t-shirt, a Superman t-shirt before, and then when I was wearing that, what happened was the shirt was kind of slippery and avoided me doing squats. But with that getting out of the way, I haven't done legs for quite a while. The last time I did was on wave loading program where I maxed out 275 for 3 reps. But after that, it has been like 3 weeks now, and I am training legs. So today's workout is just more of a catching up and relearning the motor ingram pattern. So what happens is, if you haven't been training for a long time, if you have been doing a specific move for a long time, you tend to forget. Your body tends to forget to properly generate muscle fibers. Okay, it does not know how to properly activate muscle fibers. So here I am only doing 235s. But I'm doing 10 sets of 3 reps. That's right, 10 sets of 3 reps with proper form, and just again trying to improve my form. And what I did every time I took a break, I came back with my video camera and checked what's missing, what's not, what's correct, what's not correct. Just analyzing and trying again to improve and relearn. So what I've tried to do is, in each couple of sets, I have tried to show you from different angles. Okay, so here I have tried to just go down and touch and just check how deep is my squat rack, just because it's my working weight now. But everything is set up and the weight actually feels okay. But what I felt is it feels a little bit heavier. So even though now I'm not failing, it feels a little bit heavier than what 235 should feel. So this angle is specifically to check a little bit of a depth, but I have only focused on a foot after a few sets. It's kind of weird, you know. You have been doing it for so long, and you don't do it for a few weeks. I believe I haven't done any kind of leg training for about 3 weeks. I did do deadlifts, and when I did high intensity training, I did do like a lot of box jumps and kettlebell swings and stuff like that. So it's not like I didn't train my legs at all, but before, when I left it, my weight loading, I could do 275 for 3. And now obviously I had belt and knee wraps, so that's a huge factor to consider. But right now it's a 40-pound drop, and the weight actually feels a lot heavier than what it should. So what I wanted to focus on this, it's all about practice. You know, the moment you kind of like slack on the ground for whatever reason, your body tends to forget. The body tends to lose the strength. Okay, and now I'm not saying it'll take me same amount of time it did for me to reach before, but regardless, I lost a lot of strength. Now I'm not failing on it as well, so I believe I can do at least like 245, 250. But three sets is just not. I'm not doing it. I want to set that pattern first. But I might be able to do 275, 280 again from next week. Already after 2 weeks, it's not going to take me 2 months. But you have to keep on practicing your craft, and if it's not scheduled rest, like if I had hit a PR and then I took a week rest or so, probably that might not have been different. That might not have made a difference. But 3 weeks for a body is a long time, and it can forget. And for a lot of stuff, like even for your work, whatever you guys do, and you're so good at it, but like you leave for a couple of months, or even a few weeks for a vacation or whatever, when you come back, things kind of look a little bit different, even though you have been doing it for a long time. Now, it's not going to take time to catch up, but still it's going to take a little longer than, you are still going to lose some strength. It's just have to suck it up and deal with it. So if you want to think about this angle a little bit, this is much more of a hamstring dominant, and it's a really good add-on to your deadlift routine in general. You might not be able to use or pull that much of a weight, but it's a really good practice. Helps you really pull the weight above from the ground. Okay, that's where it's the most difficult at, and that's where a lot of people struggle at as well. So, like whenever you're doing any kind of lift, there are different strength curves, okay? And longer your muscle stretches, okay? The longer your muscle stretches, it actually gets a lot weaker. And similarly, the shorter it gets, okay? There's a point where it's longest, and it comes in the middle, and then it becomes the shortest. Now that's true for any joint, any muscle, not any joint, any muscle, okay? So, in its longest point, it's weakest, okay? And it's also really weak on its shortest point. So with these kind of workouts, okay, we will be able to tap into, point in specific muscle length, okay? So here, you'll also be working with all the full length, but also what happens is you're putting a lot of emphasis when your muscles are stretched, so it's really weak, okay, and that point. So, which is the reason why, if you think about it, a lot of people, when they do squats, they don't go all the way down, because when it's all the way down, it kind of gets difficult, okay? It's just the way it is. Okay, and deadlift as well. If you do like the rack pulls, you'll be able to do a lot more weight than this, right? So that's just the way it is, and that's just how muscle works without going in much details. If you want to know a little bit more on details on the science, I can explain that to you as well. I don't know how many people will really be interested, but you have to force your body into working at various angles and various weaknesses, okay? That's how your strength increases. So this is a really weak point for almost everybody, okay? Because it's supposed to be weak length. You'll never be able to do more deficit deadlift than your regular deadlift, and you will never be able to do more on a regular deadlift than your rack pulls. That's just the way it is. That's just the way your muscles work. So I'm training my weak length, and again, just because it's much more of a hamstring dominant, left. I like that since today I'm training legs. So yeah, just keep those in mind when you do these lifts. Weird one. I'm trying to do a leg press, and I don't have my leg press anymore. I had a parabolic leg press, and the range of motion of that leg press just sucked. So I kind of got rid of that, sold that up on Craigslist, and now I'm waiting for a good one, a commercial type 1 leg press. Okay, and I want to do some leg press with my squats. So what I did is I improvised. This machine has a Smith. Smith machine. And I saw this in the other day. There was a guy in the gym that was doing it, and I thought it was pretty cool. You know, it kind of like mimicked the vertical leg press. Not many gyms have a vertical leg press anymore. They usually have a 45-degree leg press, but it exactly mimicked a vertical leg press. And it just works the muscle a little bit different fashion, okay? I did a couple of sets already, and what I felt was both on my quads and hamstrings. Now, I do not know the physiology of this, the mechanics of this, and how it's affected, but I felt a lot more both on my quads and on my hamstrings. Now, usually, When I do the regular leg presses, that's not the case. But here, I did find that. So I'm going to bang out a couple of reps, probably not necessarily a lot more. And yeah, you guys can try it by yourself if you have a Smith machine at home, or if your gym allows you to do something like that on a Smith machine. It's a great way. Just make sure your safety spotters are there just in case you slip it out or something. Alright guys, that's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys like this video. It's kind of like a short and weird video where I kind of like, I should say this video is much more for teaching myself the lifts again, okay? Improving my lift and just trying out some new forms. I only did 3 exercises, but the weight wise, but the volume wise was a lot. I did about 8 sets of the deadlifts, 10 sets of the squats, and 5 sets of these, the vertical leg press. So hopefully it helps. You guys can give it a try. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Camera masih off गरेको नि. Camera masih off गरेको. पनि भिडियो खिचिरहन्छु नि त.